have not heard, the next installment to the Borderlands franchise. People who believe that video games is a waste of time. Yo, what up, white games out there? The name is Tekken Heat, and the question of the day is: should you or should you not buy Destiny for your next gen or pre-gen or whatever console you want it for? Let's get right into it. Destiny. Oh my gosh. Destiny has been blowing my mind ever since I picked up the game. As you can tell right away, my answer to the question of the week is yes, Destiny is a must pick up. I pre-ordered the game about a week ago, and I have to tell you that was the best decision I ever made in my gaming life so far. Destiny, for those guys who do not know, is created by Bungie. Bungie were the makers of Halo, which was very, very popular in the Xbox Microsoft times, back when Halo was a big thing. And in all honesty, I think Destiny is about to be the same thing. Destiny is truly amazing. I really do love how the game plays. I love how they balance everything in the game. It's all just beautiful. Let's go down to some of the things I liked about the game. Campaign. Now, the story starts off with, for those guys that aren't aware, there's this giant world-like sphere called the Traveler. Now, the Traveler has been doing whatever it is. I don't fully know about the Traveler's information, but I do know that the Traveler is a very important thing that, you know, the good guys, you know, protect, and that is being protected by. However, there are these enemies who are doing their best to destroy the Traveler. Some of the people that we've already faced were the Hive and the Fallen. The Fallen are your first enemies that you encounter, and in all honesty, the characters look amazing. They look phenomenal. They look different. They look kind of creepy. There are some of them that are robotic style. When you go to Venus, which I had just recently done, I went over to Venus, and the creatures there are robotic style creatures, and they look terrifying. Especially when they spawn in, they'll just normally be like a giant gray cloud, and then all of a sudden red dots pop out, and then boom, they're all spawned, and it's quite intimidating. Then there are also the Hive, and the Hive have these scary looking creatures, which you will be seeing on my Let's Play. For these guys who haven't seen it yet, I'll be putting some of the videos in the link in the description down below. At the moment, I have 2 videos up. You guys will enjoy that. The first one is really just me setting up to get ready for Destiny, and then the second one is my character customization, which I will get to that in a little. So, with the Hive, they have their special characters where some of them are actually like rushing to knife you, and they travel in packs, and it's kind of scary at times. The first time you encounter this, you're in a dark room, and out of nowhere they're just jumping from every direction, just trying to kill you. That scared the living crap out of me. Then you'll have the Fallen, which are your standard type of enemies, the alien looking creatures wanting to kill you. Some other things that I liked about this game were, I like the weapons. At the moment, what I know is there are 4 different types of weapons. Well, in all honesty, there are 3 class set weapons. I mean, there are 3 classes: your primary class, your secondary class, and your special class. Your primary class will consist of 4 different types of weapons. They'll normally consist of your assault, your auto rifle, your pulse rifle, which are your 3-round burst rifles, your semi-autos, which are known as the scout rifles, and then your pistol cannon like weapon, which I actually have yet to use. I do have one so far, but I just haven't used it yet, just because I love my pulse rifle and I love my auto rifle. Your secondary weapons will normally consist of a flux rifle, which is normally a charged base rifle that is actually very, very powerful. You'll have your shotgun, which everyone knows what that is, and then you'll have your sniper. Now, the interesting thing about this is your secondary weapons are truly your secondary weapons, and I say that because you're very limited on ammo. You always have to constantly pick up ammo crates that will resupply your secondary weapons. You're very limited on how much you can carry, whereas your primary weapon, you'll have somewhere around like 250 to like say 300 ammos, where your secondary you'll have like around 20. So you can really tell that that's like your secondary style weapon, and that's a good balance because some people could just be shotgunning it out like crazy, or some people could just be using the flux rifle, which is very, very crazy powerful, but that balance it has is pretty nice. And then of course you have your specials, which are your heavy weapon LMGs and your rocket launchers. The rocket launchers are freaking amazing. However, you are limited to like I think maybe 5 or so. And then you also have your LMGs, which are mad crazy, and some of them have high fire rates, and it's very hard to control. But it's so well balanced, and I really do enjoy how Destiny did this. I mean, or how Bungie did this. Some other things that are pretty nice is during your campaign, it's not just a single player style game. It's really a multiplayer campaign where you can encounter people from all over the world during your campaign. So say you're in your main place, which is the tower. The tower is normally the guardian, I guess you could call it your guardian headquarters. And when you're there, you see guardians like everywhere. By the way, that is your character. Your character is a guardian. So you'll see guardians everywhere, and you can interact with them. You can do silly stuff like dancing, which I do enjoy. You can wave at them. You can chill, sit around. I think there's one more. Oh, there's also pointing, which I don't know exactly what you can do with that. But you can chill out with them. You could party up. Yesterday, as I was playing, I was actually encountered with a couple people, and we all just decided to party up. There was no communication. It just happened. We were all just doing the same type of mission. Just thought, let's just group up together and just take these enemies down like nothing. Now, of course, it's still going to be a challenge, but it does help you a lot. And that's something that's very, very awesome about this game. And I'm not sure how many other games are actually doing this, especially first-person shooter style games. But this to me is new, and this to me is phenomenal. This to me should be in like every style game. Of course, some people like it to just be single player alone, but having random people just join with you and help you out and stuff is something truly amazing to do. Now, I have not done a party system like try to team up with friends and stuff, so I don't know how that works out. Hopefully within the next couple of days I can get friends getting on and this, having a good time on Destiny. But for now, I'm just joining random people, and I'm still having a lot of fun. Sorry, my nose is really itching. So there's something that some people were kind of iffy on, and one of them was this free roam style campaign. Now, yes, the maps are limited. Some people thought that you could explore as far as you wanted to. That's not the case. There is a set map, and that's as far as you can go. But it is still large, and that's something you really should complain about. And there are a lot of things you can do. There are a lot of protocol, I think they're called protocol missions, which are just like random side quests you can do. There's always enemies, which is always fun. So there's not just walking around, it's just like, oh, I already cleared out that area. No, it's like after you cleared out that area, you can just walk along and then come back, and the enemies are back there. So you can constantly be in action if you want to. You can constantly use that to level up, and that's pretty damn good. Now, as I said a little bit before, there are these character customizations. The character customizations are pretty nice. For one, there are 3 different style classes you can choose from. We all know them as the Titan, the Hunter, and the Warlock, I believe. I've only used the Hunter. The Hunter is the main one I'm using. I've yet to use the Titan nor the Warlock. Hopefully I get to use those, sometime in the future. But for now, I just want to get comfortable with one class first before I want to expand. And I chose the Hunter. Now, for those of you guys wondering, what's so significant about these three? Well, the Titan is your powerhouse. Your Titan has this super ability where he's basically a tank and he can just smash the ground and boom, anyone in that radius will die. He's also pretty good at melees. From the stuff that I've seen, I've been getting knocked out like crazy by Titans. They're not OP, but they are pretty powerful. Your Hunter, which is what I am, is more of your balanced style, like just over the human like character. The only special thing about him is due to the fact that he has your one-shot pistol, which may seem a little crazy, but you only have 3 bullets and you have to be dead accurate with them. If not, you're gonna miss. And I love that weapon so much. I do wish that you can access it a lot more, and I'll tell you what I mean by that in a little. The Warlock is, I think the Warlock might be like the strongest or the most OP person, even though none of these guys are OP. They all have their own benefits and their own cons, but I do so believe that the Warlock might just be the best because of its special power of just jumping up into the air, having a orb in the person's hand of chaos, and just shooting it down and just taking everybody out in that radius. And boy, I have been taken out so many times by that. It is crazy. So some of you guys might be thinking that this stuff just sounds crazy. How are they going to balance this? Well, they balance it out pretty well. You don't get to access these things anytime you want. No, you actually have to wait, and I think you can build them up by the amount of kills you get. It will help gain you back to this ultimate, ability that you can do. So that's a pretty good thing, and it actually takes quite a while to do it. Like normally when you play an online game, a multiplayer game, you could use it like say 2 or at the most 3 times. You're not limited, but I'm just saying it just takes so long that you can only use it just a certain amount of times. So speaking of multiplayer, I've been playing multiplayer for the past couple of hours. I even just finished recording my very first multiplayer gameplay, which you will be seeing on either Friday or Saturday, however my schedule will work. And in all honesty, I love this multiplayer a lot. Quick tip though, when you go in, do not play like COD. Like, Call of Duty was my only first-person shooter multiplayer game I played. So my first initial thought was playing how I do in COD, and in all honesty, that is a bad thing to do. You will get destroyed if you try to play it like COD. You should not rush all willy-nilly. Quick scoping, even though it is possible, don't rely on that, because quick scoping are normally 1 shot to the head and 2, maybe 3 bullets to the body, depending on whether or not the person has a shield or not, which I'm not sure exactly how you earn this shield, because I have seen people with and without shields, so I'm pretty sure that's with the leveling up and the more equipment you get or more armor you build up on, which is actually pretty fun, and I'll talk about that just after I'm done with multiplayer. So in online, at the moment, what I've seen are 4 different style events. The only 2 I've seen so far is Team Deathmatch and Domination, which I'm pretty sure they gave it a different name, but it's pretty much Domination. A neutralization style domination like Call of Duty Ghosts, where there's not round base, but you can neutralize flags and, well, capture and neutralize them. That pretty much sums it up. So the multiplayer is phenomenal. I love the maps. You get to play on every planet you visit on in your campaign. It's very beautiful. It's something that I like about this is it may be big, but certain maps actually allow you to use your hover bike. So that's a pretty cool way, and I'm actually not disappointed in this, but at the same time, I can get kind of frustrated. There are certain bikes in the game where you can jump in it and you can shoot from your bike and you have a massive amount of health. This is something a lot of people kind of complaining about during the alpha and beta build. And people were saying that it was very impossible to kill these people. It's not exactly impossible, but it is more difficult, and I do hate the fact that when they're on this bike, they are a lot harder to kill and they can get kills a lot easier. Same as where they got on the tank, which is pretty understandable because it is a tank, but still it is crazy. I hope they do some fixes on that, but sorry, need some. I have no water, so sorry about that. Anyways, I do hope that they do try fixing it a little, you know, maybe just make the hover bike slower or reduce the damage you can pull out on the bikes or so. But that is kind of a little irritating, but you can get over it. Now, I think that's all. Crap. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is character customization. Now, I did kind of give a brief description on character customization on the race and this. I didn't talk about skin color, but you can make your character look the way how you want to, giving him different races like human, this alien style creature, which I don't even know what they're called, and then exo. My personal character is an exo, whereas my YouTuber account is a human. You guys will have already seen what he looks like if you check out episode 2 of my Destiny walkthrough. So, going deeper into character customization, I really do enjoy how nice they have it. First off, you can customize your weapon classes, as I've already mentioned. No, you cannot customize the look of it with camos and stuff, but there are certain things that you can do, such as you can increase the damage, you can get different reticles if your gun allows you to, and I say that because there are certain style weapons called, like, well, what I call them encrypted weapons, which are different, which are more powerful weapons and armor that you can get. And the good thing about these are they come with perks. Some of them, say armor wise, they come with increased ammo, increased melee, which melees are not one-shot kills. So for those of you guys who hated that in Call of Duty, be thankful that this is not in Destiny. So I like the fact that the classes are customizable. I like the fact that the armor stuff is customizable. And some other things that I like about it is the many different, let me think about this. One of the things I like is the many different options you have. Something great about Destiny is due to the fact that, you know, you have all these different style armors you can get. Excuse me, because I didn't write this down. I'm doing this straight off, one take, so bear with me. Since you have all these different style armors and stuff, you can switch them up. You can improve your defense. You can stylize yourself. You know, some of the stuff I've done is I'll have different colored armor, same defense, but different colors. Like I'll have like a blue color. I think my character right now is more on the brownish style, so I'll have like a brownish style, you know, gauntlet or arm sleeves, brown chest plate, brown legs, pants, and then you'll even have like hoodies, which are pretty nice. I feel like an assassin with that. You even have customized helmets, and I really do love how with the encrypteds, I do love the fact that they do come with their own perks. And by the way, there are certain style perks such as, I can't fully remember, but the ones I've seen so far are strength, which do decrease cooldown time for your melees and your throwing knives. There's also discipline, which I do so believe cools down your, if I do remember, it cools down your grenades. There's also one that cools down your special ability. And there's one more cooldown, but I just cannot remember what it is. So, I know I've said a lot. I know some of it hasn't made sense, because this is only a one-take thing. But, overall, if I had to make the decision on whether or not you should get Destiny, my answer to that is definitely. I give this a 10 out of 10, and I'm pretty sure you guys would not be disappointed if you bought Destiny. So, if you do buy Destiny, buy it on the PS4, add me, Tekken Heat, and we'll have a blast. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do leave a like, subscribe for more Destiny gameplay, and so next time, this has been your boy Tekken Heat, and I'm out. Peace.